So this is gonna be a video whereby you and I actually have a normal chat, a normal talk. And one thing that I'm gonna start off by saying is that, guys, I do not take investments. I don't trade for people. And at the same time, guys, I've noticed that in the comment sections, there's always people that are coming and acting to be me. The one thing that I like about YouTube is that they've verified my account, meaning that my only profile, wherever I respond to you, when you see my name, Lisiwa Mutupi, you are supposed to also see that positive tick or that right check that shows that it's the real me. Otherwise, all those other Lisiwa Mutupis are fake Lisiwa Mutupis, basically. So, yeah. So the reason of me like literally just taking my camera and putting it in front here and deciding that I'm gonna be talking with you is the fact that, like, I was actually thinking, I've been reading books, a lot of books actually, and I've been reading a bit more faster than I normally do read. And one thing that I actually came across is the fact that, like, regardless of whatever that you are actually doing, working on, or basically like whatever that you are invested in, whether you're putting your time or your money, the most important thing that one has to do is to literally just believe or trust in the process. And I'm gonna be walking you guys, like, why I actually say so. And this video is not gonna be like, practical, like steps, or it's not gonna be something that, like, I'm speaking because of I've got some scripts and stuff. It's just gonna be me sharing my message or my voice out there to you, even if it's short or even if it's long, just so everything that I'm learning on a daily basis, I'm able to just pass it over to you, so you can be able to literally just benefit from some of those knowledges that I actually do get from there. But yeah, so I was actually reading a book, and while going through some of those books, so I've read like 3 books in the past 2 weeks. So yeah, and while going through some of those books, others have to do, basically not all of them have to do with trading, because I understand that, yeah, I always talk about trading, but not all of the books that I actually read have to do about trading. I read personal development. I also read about other skills or businesses that I'm actually in, because I'm also in other businesses and stuff. So yeah, the one thing that I actually came across was the fact that, like, being able to trust the process doesn't necessarily mean that you have to each and every single day do a lot more than what's expected. Being able to trust the process is you being able to know that whatever that you're working on that specific day is actually going to help you get to the bigger goal. And one thing that I'm going to say is that I'll just speak about my personal experience, so you can also help, because I think the reason I took on my camera was the fact that maybe someone out there that I'm talking to would be able to benefit from this knowledge or this information that I'm talking. So that's why I actually done this. But yeah, so let's say back in my olden days when I was still trying out to trade, and I was still at my beginner's phase in terms of trading, one thing that I'll do is that I'll be like, one day I wish, like, I'll be able to just get that strategy, master things the way that they should be mastered, and get to a level whereby, like, I'm seen as the greatest. And like, that was like, one of my daily stuff. And to be honest, like, I even had a trading plan. I remember the last time I actually saw that specific trading plan was I think it was beginning of the year or late last year, when one of the mentors at the office actually wanted the trading plan to give an example with one of the clients that we had. And I gave him, and while I gave him, I was like, let me just check what's happening. I went through back on it, and my trading plan had like literally goals of what I want to achieve, goals of the way I see myself in the markets, and the things that I actually wanted to achieve in terms of financial goals. And to be honest, like, as soon as, like, I just opened it, the first page was like the goal page. I would love to achieve over this much and this much and this much, and it touched me. I didn't show much, but it touched me, because I've seen that most of the things I did achieve. Like, I had goals of making over 10 million, which was a number that I actually wanted. I was craving to make, I was begging to make, and I had goals of that. And while going through the trading plan, while seeing it just by looking at the first page, I saw that I've already crashed that goal. I saw that, like, I had like 2 types of strategies that I wanted to focus more on, leave a lot of things, which was like the continuation patterns as well the reversal patterns. And I've noticed that I've been consistent on following through with that strategy. And I've noticed that there's a lot of things that I've put down in that trading plan that happen to do with goals. But because of, as time went, what I've done is that I evolved, and then I got another trading plan which was better one compared to that one. So I forgot about that previous one, meaning that some of the goals and stuff, I had bigger goals now and stuff. But some of the goals that I actually wrote down at that time, when I wrote them down, I was like, what, I won't hit this goal, it's tough, because I wrote it when I was still at home in the hood. I was like, I'd love to live in my own place. I'd love to see myself, like, being able to just, with just my money that I'm making from the Forex market, being able to just do this thing and do this thing and do this thing. Like, I had those things in the trading plan. And while looking at it, like, it touched me, because like now I was doing all those things, and even more, I was making that income that I said that I want to make, like regardless of the 10 million goal. But the monthly, I had a monthly income of, I want to make at least over 6 figures, this specific. I was making that, and like I didn't even notice. Like, to me, all those things, when they happened in a way whereby I couldn't sit and look at them and be like, wow, okay, this is really happening. But when I looked back, I was like, oh wow, I'm even now at this level, I'm even having a mindset of, actually, I'm not doing much, like, I still need to push, I still need to do this. I didn't feel like I've reached an area whereby I can, maybe an achievement area, or an area whereby I can be excited and celebrate and stuff. But looking at it, I was like, wow. So it actually hit me, because like even yesterday, this video brings me back to today's topic. Yesterday, when I was still going through my book, I felt like, yo, there's a lot of things that, like, I'm missing out on. I'm sleeping on this. I'm not doing this. Like, I'm slow on this. Yo, I'm not progressing. I'm not doing a lot. Why is my life going like this? I just had those thoughts. And out of nowhere, like, it hit me. I was like, you know what? There was a time that, like, I used to dream of this specific thing. I used to dream of, like, living in maybe this specific house. I used to, yes, so like, I even had the car that I'm driving. I had it on my laptop. It was a car that I used to dream of. And the income that I'm making, it was an income that I used to dream of. As much as, like, there's things that are happening to me that make me think that I'm not moving forward. Like, obviously I understand that when things happen, they don't happen to you, they happen for you. So as much as there's things that are happening, I didn't see that progress up until I noticed, or no, man, a lot of things, even back then, a lot of things, when I'd go through obstacles and stuff, it was actually something that's showing me that maybe I need to redirect, I need to refocus. Meaning that, let's say now, for instance, if I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is going to work, this is what I'm taking and going through with, and something happens along me doing that, and I have to change my plans and restructure things, it doesn't really mean that, like, things are not working out. All it means is that this is not what my purpose is. I'm not supposed to be doing this. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing this. For instance, maybe this is something that's going to slow me down, even though I feel like it's going to grow me or something, but this is what I should be looking into, or maybe I should be start investing in this, or I should be, like, you understand? So when these things happen, like, when you see them, you don't really know that it's actually happening up until you sit back and then you're like, oh, I'm glad that this happened. I'm glad that this happened. If this didn't happen, I was now going to be doing this. If this, I was now going to be, you understand? So all these things, they happen for a reason. So why am I recording this video? I think this video is meant for you, and as well for me, because for you, it's just there to literally be able to show you guys that whatever that you're going through, whatever that you are in, face, whether you are now excited. Like today I was very happy, like, it's been a while since I've been this happy. Like, I woke up, I was playing music, I was dancing, I was like, doing my thing. I felt like I've achieved something, even though I didn't do that much. Like, I woke up, I done my morning routine, I read a book, I done some of my goals and stuff. I didn't really like do much in terms of, like, I think it's what I done in terms of my goals that made me feel that way. Like, ticking down some of those goals is what made me feel that way. It shows maybe I'm on the right path, as much as even though some of the things that I actually want to happen are not happening that way. Let's say now, for instance, something that I can even speak about is also at, like, the Forex Chasers offices that we just shut down recently. Not even recently, it's maybe 2 months or 3 months ago. It wasn't because of, like, maybe, this and this and that. It wasn't because of, like, on my side, it wasn't because of this is not working out, this is not. It was because of the specific things that I myself was doing that I didn't see wouldn't benefit me in the longer run. Not even wouldn't benefit me, wouldn't benefit the company and the people that are involved in the company and the people that we serve. Because at the end of the day, we serve people, and I didn't see that up until something had to happen. I was like, oh no, I actually need to lay low, close down this office, and then just see a way forward. Like, what is it that I'm actually doing that's not making me be fulfilled? Because as much as, guys, you'd have, like, I had an office, beautiful staff members, everything was going well, but deep down there was a time whereby I wasn't happy. Like, there was a time whereby I knew that I couldn't there's things that, like, I couldn't do for my daughter. Like it was almost like, me doing that and me making people happy. Like, yeah, obviously I gave jobs, obviously people would now come to the office and see us and do all those things with us. But for me, deep down, it wasn't making me happy, because at the end of the day, it took my time, it took it took my money. I won't lie about that. It took a lot of my money. It took a lot of, like, there's a lot of things that it took on my side. And at the same time, I still didn't enjoy, because at the end, I wasn't going to the office every single day. Like, I'd go to the office maybe once or twice in a month, That's for real. I'll go once or twice in a month. And, you know, those are things that are happening. And I noticed that, okay, maybe it's not because of this office is not doing this. It's just because of how I done it. Like when I got into it, I just like woke up and I was like, I'm getting an office. Then I done it. So I was like, you know what, maybe I need to restructure, which is something that I've also been busy on in terms of when I say that I'm learning a lot, I'm reading a lot. I was like, you know what, let me restructure in terms of me owning, being in a business that does 1, 2, 3. Let me look at some of the things that I didn't do that made me not be happy. Because you can do something, guys, but if you're not happy, there's no progress. I won't lie to you. If you're not happy, there's no progress. Even if you're making a lot of money, but if you're not happy, there's no progress. So I'm now at a level where I'm more focused on what makes me happy, even if it doesn't make me money. Fortunately, the things that make me happy, they actually do make me money, but I'm more focused on that. And I was like, you know what, let me restructure, look at some of the things that I was actually doing, learn from them, talk to my team members, see what we can come up with, see what we can actually do in terms of moving forward. And also on my side, know that, okay, this is my steps that I'm going to be taking in terms of moving forward. I know that, like, you know, what I'm actually working on is going to be mind-blowing. It's something that's gonna, like, you know, change the whole industry, especially even with the app that I've actually launched. And there's things that I'm working on, not even with just the app, even on the Forex Chasers like the institution, the academy side of things. There's things that I've been looking at that I was like, oh, I was focused on having an office, hiring team members, doing this. I wasn't too focused. Like, I forgot, I left doing the things that helped me get to that point, which was giving the right products, giving the right services, being there for our team members, giving the right customer care. There was a time where I even had to neglect some of my members just because I was too focused on building a business, you understand? So instead of me focusing more on serving my people, because I believe that my purpose is to serve people, instead of me focusing more on serving my people, I was more focusing on building a business. And at the end of the day, guys, I didn't want to create, I never had a job in my life, so I don't want to create a job for myself. So obviously I had to change some stuff, and then I had to look at what is it that I can do in order to serve my people. So that's one thing that I'm excited about, that I'm now able to come up with that. Fortunately, with my YouTube, I never stopped, which is something that I'm very grateful for, which is why each and every single day I'll be like, guys, subscribe, make sure that you like. It's because of the fact that it actually allows me to serve people without needing anything from them, you understand? So like, let's say now, for instance, if I have to teach you, give you mentorship and stuff on my Forex Chaser side, I have to charge you, because also me doing that, it costs me money. Like, using the systems and equipments that I'm using in order to just give you those services costs me money. I've got a team and stuff, so obviously I have to charge you in terms of me being able to continue to teach you and stuff on that personal level. And obviously it also costed me money in terms of me learning, me doing all those things. So, but with this, like, fortunately I can record any type of video, like 6 minutes, 5 minutes. I don't have to be with you, like, in terms of like privately and stuff, like on a personal level and stuff. So it doesn't cost me money, which is why I wouldn't mind doing this over and over for free. I wouldn't mind shooting videos and stuff. But I think the most important thing that I actually wanted to share to you about was, like, you being able to trust in the process. Because if you don't trust in the process, you won't get to where you have to get, because the process is actually what helps you get there. Why am I saying this? Is because if I didn't notice that I'm not happy doing this, if I didn't notice that me, I'm just doing this and this and this with my company, and me doing this with myself and stuff, it doesn't make me happy, but it helps me get there. At the end, I won't be able to help or serve at a better purpose. But if I can see that, okay, no, this is not making me happy, that means if I'm not happy, obviously I won't want to do that, you understand? But if it's something that makes me happy, I would want to do that even more and more and more and more and more. So I decided to do it, to be like, okay, no, let me just restructure, look at things, look at how I can actually come back in a certain way. Because even for me and my members and the team members and stuff, I've actually got plans and goals for them, and I would love to see them get into there where they actually have to get where I believe they should be. And for me to help them get there, obviously, like, there's things that I need to do. So if I continue doing something that doesn't make me happy, eventually I'll be like, no, I don't want to help them, 1, 2, 3. But if I actually find a way whereby I come up with a solution that makes me happy while helping them, then automatically it means that I'll wake up in the morning. Like now, for the past few, it's been a while, like, I won't lie, when I still had to go to office, do 1, 2, 3, sometimes I'll delay, 1, 2, 3, because I was like, I have to go to the office today, all those things. And up until, like, like now I slept, today I slept at 4 a.m. I woke up at 8 a.m. So I only slept 4 hours. The previous day I slept at, I think, 3. I woke up at 7:30 or 6:30, but you're seeing like now, because I'm doing what I love, like I'm learning about my purpose, I'm knowing that I'm serving people, I'm working on things that I actually love. Obviously I stay up long, I don't even sulk, I don't even become lazy and all those things. So the most important thing that I'm saying to you here is, if you're working towards something that you love, even when I was still trying or starting out trading at first, the fact that I was learning trading, I was going through back and forths and stuff, that's why I wouldn't mind staying up. There were times where I didn't sleep because I loved learning about it. Like, for me it was like nice. And if you're doing something that you don't love, obviously you're gonna start doing what you're gonna start delaying with it, not wanting to do, not wanting to show up, and doing all those things, on which the most important thing, or the most important message that I'm gonna be leaving out to you, is that we all have got a purpose, and your purpose is to serve the people that you are actually brought up here to serve. So let's say if you're a pastor, you are here to serve the congregation or the people. Me as a trader, as a professional trader that I am, an expert trader, I'm here to serve people that are like, looking into gaining financial freedom via trading, and people that are like, whatever that you're, if you're dancing and your passion is to dance, maybe your purpose is to serve people via like your dance, your talents, all those things. So the most important thing here is for all of us, in order to get to where we have to be, yes, you want money, you will get the money, but if you serve at a higher purpose, you'll get as much or as most money as you can get. And that's the thing that I'm gonna be leaving you guys with. You'll be seeing a lot of me, like, speaking sense to you with the videos that are going to be coming up next. It's about Somutupi. Make sure that you have liked, and as well, make sure that you click that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so whenever I do happen to post a video, you will be updated, and I'll see you on the next YouTube video. Thank you so much. Trust your process.